Welcome back, everyone. This week we are doing a little bit of a review, looking back at some of the things that we've accomplished over the last year, but one specifically.
Yeah, we are going to be reacting to our first video that we created about a year ago.
This is our first reaction video, and we're reacting to ourselves, which sounds awkward. Yeah, I would say awkward.
I hate watching myself on camera, and it hasn't gotten any easier over the year that we've been filming. I hate it so much.
And I watch every video about 3 or 4 times while we're editing, so I don't really go back and watch them very much.
We have a special guest today, too.
So it's definitely been 8 months since I've watched it, probably longer for you.
Yeah, definitely.
With that, let's hop right in and see how we did a year ago for recording videos.
It's not good.
Hello, I'm Tracey.
And I'm Travis.
We're 2 Americans who just moved with our miniature husky, Tabasco,
Oh.
from our home in Texas to the city of Leiden, the Netherlands. We're not quite sure what the future holds for us, but we're excited to share our journey with you.
So that intro, we obviously don't have the intro anymore. He didn't like the intro either.
No, he's leaving.
But we definitely shot that before we even really knew what we were doing. And we just kind of walked around and shot different little 5-second segments all around Leiden. Yeah, I don't miss the intro.
No, I think it was good in the beginning.
When you all didn't know who we were, it made sense.
Sure. But yeah, it's all right.
Hello everyone, and this video we will be in Leiden for about 2 weeks.
Just over 2 weeks.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about 5 things that we learned since we moved to the Netherlands.
Not Amsterdam.
Yeah, we're in Leiden, which is just a little bit, maybe 40 minutes south.
Yep. About 20 minutes north of that.
Our sound is a lot better.
Location, for
Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference of the quality of the sound. We've actually completely changed, Tabasco agrees, on the how we do our setups. We have microphones now, so it definitely makes things sound a lot better. You can hear a lot of hard S's and sounds like that. And yeah, so far, not terrible.
Yeah, we seem more comfortable on camera these days.
That's for sure.
country that's smaller than the state of Texas.
Much smaller,
Much smaller.
So the first thing I want to talk about is how important it is to need a Dutch bank account. You really can't do anything without a Dutch bank account. You can't get a cell phone. You can't really buy groceries because everything over here is debit. You can't get home internet. Home internet was a mess.
No puppy treats.
for us.
The Dutch are very efficient at most things except for home internet installation, we have found out.
That being said, we did get our internet finally installed. We did get our Dutch bank account. We went through a complicated process where we had to verify that we lived where we said we lived, all of this stuff. But we did get it all set up, and that has been so useful. It's how I get paid. It's how we pay for everything. We ended up going through an app called Monk, and they took care of our Apple Pay, and everything over here just accepts Apple Pay through the bank account. So we're able to pay for everything straight through that. It's super useful. It's not sponsored, but it's something that's been really, really
Not
easy for us to
sponsored
use.
was their first
And
video.
when we get our groceries delivered, like we pay with our Apple Pay, like on the machine that they bring to you. It's crazy how advanced the banking technology is over here. So yeah, Dutch bank account is a must.
Yeah.
A lot of that's still true. We still use Bunk. We still get paid. Everything we pay for is done with debit. Pretty much everything outside of, say, Amsterdam is going to be debit only. We still like Bunk.
Yeah, I mean, it's so refreshing to leave the house and really only need your phone to pay for things, which is really cool. And we've learned that the Netherlands is not a super credit card focused society. Not like the US where you're constantly getting bombarded with credit card offers. That's just really not a thing here. It's more of a live within your means type of lifestyle.
Yeah. But still very true. And here we have a cut to number 2 without any transition scenes, which is definitely not like us. But let's go into, I guess, point 2.
Number 2 is going to be how dog friendly the Netherlands is.
Oh,
We have our pup with us right now. He's actually right down
yes. We're talking about you.
there. And it's crazy. You'll go into bars, into just regular stores, and people bring their dogs with them. Some of the places you'll go outside, and they'll just have the dogs tied up behind them, or pulling them away. They'll just have their dogs tied up outside, and they just leave them there, and then when they get home, they come out. But we've seen so many people with dogs here. Our neighbors have dogs. Everybody is just really chill, and it's also funny though, the cats are out everywhere. Tracy's pet a couple of cats.
I've pet so
And they
many
just
more
hang
now.
out there, so you really end up with this really cool experience where everything is just out and free for you to experience.
An interesting fact, the Netherlands is one of the first countries that does not allow like stray dogs to be about. So you will rarely see stray dogs. Cats are a different story.
Sure.
They want all the dogs here to have a loving home.
And actually during the pandemic, all of the dogs got adopted pretty quick into the pandemic, and there was no more dogs left in shelters.
So all of those, still true, still super dog friendly. Tabasco gets a lot more time out of the house. We take him restaurants, places. It's definitely a change from the U.S. where in the U.S. you had to go find out if a bar or a place or a restaurant was dog friendly, whereas here it's odd if they don't allow dogs. So there's a few, definitely like the supermarket you wouldn't bring a dog into, but
And I don't know if I'd leave our dog outside the supermarket, like while we ran errands. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
yeah. But on the whole, I know a lot more about why there's cats around. It's to keep the pest population down, so people have cats here to help fight.
So it's not just for me to pet them.
No, but that's what you care about.
Yeah.
And our neighbors that we mentioned, we've actually become really good friends with some of them. They have a couple of dogs. They got a new dog that, if you're following us on Instagram,
You've probably seen QB.
you've probably seen QB. She's really, really cute.
She's adorable.
Masks on public transport.
What were you doing there?
I was turning it around.
Granted, it is a Sunday. Big wow. But with that, we are able to
Sound
enjoy
sucks.
ourselves, take the train, be able to have a great time. And all of this without having to fight, traffic, dance, or anything like that. I think that our trains here were two.
I can barely hear myself. So a few things here I'm noticing straight out. One, the audio is terrible.
And it's not just the masks.
The masks didn't make it better. I think we're also trying to be like kind of quiet in the silent car, even though we're
We were so embarrassed to film like out in public. Now
Yeah.
we're just like,
like somebody walks too close to me when I'm out in public. I'm like, "What are you doing? Can't you see I'm doing something here?" We still take the train a ton.
oh yeah.
I would say,
when they're not on strike.
yeah, they were on strike. This probably will be again. With that, I think in the Netherlands, I've been in cars less than a dozen times over the last year.
And there's been this interesting phenomenon, like when we went back to the US a few months ago. Travis and I get a little motion sick in a car now compared to like being on the trains.
Yeah. If I'm in a car for more than an hour, I feel a little
Like queasy.
yeah. With that though,
We still don't miss having a car.
we don't. We don't have to wear masks on trains anymore, so that's pretty cool.
Not anytime soon, hopefully.
Hopefully not anytime soon. And we still love the fact that we can get around and be able to take our bikes or whatever and go from place to place. Let's move on to the fourth point.
The one thing you need to know about the Netherlands is incredibly.
What is this angle?
We're not talking about just vegetation.
is. There's so much recycling. There's so many houses that just have all of these trees around. There's also plenty of the other type of green at the end of that, but honestly, it's not really around. That's
Not in Leiden.
I would disagree with that now.
Shops.
There are rounds, but it's
We don't live.
Another video.
We don't live in the central part of Leiden, like near the university, where I'm sure a lot of that happens. And there's a couple coffee shops around that sell weed, but
and sometimes you'll walk and you'll smell it, but it's not like something that
it's not like when you walk out of Amsterdam Central Station and you're just hit with a wall of marijuana for like 3 blocks.
yeah. Even that, it's not as bad as I feel it could have been, or my impressions of what it might have been were. But I will say, on the other part of the lushness of this country, it is so beautifully green most of the year. And then when you actually have fall here, compared to where I'm from in Texas, like you have this thaw of fall and then weird freezing rain.
It's like you have 3 days to wear a sweater in Texas, and then it's
straight to coats. Yeah.
So interesting. I know we talked about the recycling and such too. It's something that we still like.
Part of our everyday.
Part of our everyday life, which is really interesting.
You know, as we do things more often like that, we develop systems, we have a plan for how to do it, and it's just really, really straightforward.
Super convenient.
But everyone is really active in recycling and doing things. And
We have containers at the end of our street where we have to deposit our cardboard and our costs according to color.
according to that.
And most of the boxes are lighter and electric, which is really interesting.
So last but not least, number 5 is some of the favorite.
I have to talk about this one. One of the banes of Tracey and I's existence as we record is so.
Oh man, we can come up with a video. So.
We try to stop it. Every once in a while, we even catch ourselves right as we get into it. So this is...
It's a habit that's been really hard to break.
And it's still apparently one that we do.
And can I just say, we look a lot happier now.
We do. We also look a lot more color toned. And we're using better video editing software, so we actually look like we aren't ghosts walking down the street.
Yeah. I don't think I have makeup on in this video. Like, we've come a long way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
words that we've learned.
Oh, speaking Dutch, this should be fun.
So the first one that I think is just really hilarious to say is tandpasta.
Toothpaste.
That is toothpaste in Dutch. So, very weird. Toothpasta. Very
Pasta,
strange,
paste.
but,
Makes sense.
We were able to make it work.
We bought some tandpasta today.
Tandpasta for our needs.
My first favorite word is the word for peanut butter, which quite literally translates to peanut cheese. Peanut kaas.
Peanut kaas.
Kaas is the word for cheese in Dutch.
Yes.
So we found out why that is.
There's healthy regulations on what you can call butter.
Yeah. And there's no dairy in
Peanut butter.
peanut butter, so you can't call it peanut butter here.
Yeah. So you can't call peanut kaas peanut butter here because,
It's like a peanut spread. Right?
Sure.
And Dutch peanut butter is very different from American style peanut butter. It's not bad, it's just different.
And we may have to do a video on the difference between Dutch peanut butter and American peanut butter.
Still never did that video.
Nope.
And speaking of cheese, this one's sort of a cheat, but we found out before we moved over here how to pronounce the Gouda.
Thanks, Kara, Nate.
I'm also breathing so hard. Why am I breathing so hard?
Because we were not used to walking.
And talking at the same time.
No, like
We drove everywhere in the U.S.
so, and you can't walk in Houston in the middle of the summer because you'll melt. So our endurance has built up quite a bit because we walk or bike everywhere.
And I'm definitely quite a few kilos less than I was when I moved here. So.
Same. You can tell. Like, you can tell. But in our first couple weeks, like, I mean, we were exhausted.
Is the supermarket is actually called Howda. Howda. And there's actually a city here in the Netherlands called Howda where they make Howda.
Oh, we did a video on that.
It's delicious.
And it's hopefully going to be on our list to visit very soon.
Hey, go us.
The next one that I really love is a word for fitted sheet, because we had to buy sheets when we moved over here
Oh no.
a few times to make sure we got the right one. And that is, the fitted sheet is hoslaken.
Nope.
Hoslaken.
Nope. That's not how you say that. It's not hoslaken. Yeah, sure.
How mortifying. How mortifying.
So we had to buy a hoslaken to make sure that we could fit the Dutch bed that we had, because we originally bought the wrong hoslaken and had to get a new hoslaken.
Favorite word that we've learned over the last 2.
The birds. The screaming birds in the background.
I mean, from the beginning, they just had it out for me. It's
That's
only
fair.
gotten worse.
Last 2 weeks is when we went to a pharmacy and had to pick up some hygiene supplies. I picked up a loofah for myself, got home and read the tag, and the name was Bad Puff. Bad Puff. And if you can't smile while saying that, that's
Funny, I picked up a loofah today too.
I
I picked up a Bad Puff today.
feel like Bad Puff would be a good rap name.
Oh, like Lil Bad Puff. But we found out that bad is
Bath.
bath.
Makes
And
sense.
Puff, I mean, yeah,
Sure.
there you go.
And these are the 5 things that we have experienced since we moved to the Netherlands that we thought we wanted to share with you. We're going to have many more things coming in the future, many more new adventures. We just had a trip that we went to
Den Haag.
Den Haag. And we're going to have many more explorations to do, and hopefully many more videos to bring to you to let you know what we're up to while we're living here in the Netherlands.
Thank you so much for watching our silly little video, and we hope you join us.
Silly little video is a great way to describe it.
Everything Netherlands.
And maybe a few things outside the Netherlands. Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So, thoughts.
What have we learned?
One, we've learned that we're better at sequencing things and putting things between, so it's not just content. We learned how to do audio.
Dutch has greatly improved.
Yes. And, yeah.
One of the reasons we wanted to shoot this is, and one of the reasons we do these videos is for us to kind of look back, as much as it's awkward and uncomfortable. It is really cool to see how much we've grown since the first year. I feel like you and I have grown more in this past year than we have
Yeah.
probably in
Many years.
many years. So yeah, kind of cool. So
I think that's going to wrap us up. Thank you for coming along on this journey with us.
thank you for watching this silly little video.
If you have any thoughts or what you think about our first video that we ever put out, put them in the comment below.
Or don't.
Thank you all.
We'll see you next week. Bye.